have a little bit of a different filming setup. I kind of just picked a spot to film today. So for this video, I am collaborating with Christina from Subfertile Frugalista. I think I'm saying that right. I always see it written down, but I don't think I've actually ever said it out loud before. But both of us are actually in the process of building a house and moving, and so we thought that it would be the perfect opportunity to do a really fun collaboration. So over on her channel, she's gonna be going through her like must-have list for the new house and like new house wish list, and I'm sure she'll be talking about some of her building process and all of that stuff. If you guys don't know, we are building a house out in Utah. I have a whole video that I will link down below where I kind of announce that we're moving and why we're moving and everything like that, and so go watch that if you need to get caught up. I'm gonna be running through some of the basic designs for the house. I'm not gonna go through like every single room, but like the kitchen and the bathrooms and, you know, the areas that matter. I'm gonna be sharing with you guys some of the design choices that we picked out and the theme that I'm wanting for the house and just all of that fun like decorating stuff. So I will have Christina's video linked down below. Make sure that you go check it out, and of course subscribe while you're there. I'm sure she has so many fun videos coming up of the building process and moving in, and it's just such an exciting time, not only when you're moving, but when you're going through the experience of building a house. It's just such a like unique, crazy, stressful, but exciting time in your life. So this house that we're building, I kind of call it my like little country house. I feel like the outside of it is just very like country / traditional-esque. I don't really know. I'm not good at like distinguishing what style of house a house is by like looking at it at the outside. So I don't know exactly the style of our house. It is smaller than the house that we have now. I have been getting that question a lot, like is it the same size? It is smaller, but this house that we live in now is a ranch style, and the new house is a traditional like 2-story house. So it's just a very different feeling and layout than the house that we have now. So I have always wanted a white house with black shutters and a red door, and people used to make fun of me for that, but I think that those style houses are so timeless and charming and quaint, and I have always wanted that. When Joe went down there, they had like the siding up, and then Joe added some stone, which I was kind of nervous about because it's kind of like black stone. I was worried it would look like really stark between the white house and then like having like black stone, but I love the way that it came out, so I'm so glad that he added that touch. But they hadn't put up the shutters or the red door yet. So the theme that I'm going for this house is rustic glam. I definitely love style that is very just like timeless, classic, not super trendy. I love me some like vintage vibes, so I definitely want all of that going on, and then I want like a splash of rustic and a splash of like sparkle, like rustic country glam. So Joe actually went to Utah and like found us the house on his own. He like had it as a goal to go out to Utah and like find our little piece of heaven and find kind of like our dream house to raise a family. So he picked like the city, the neighborhood, he found the house, like this was all his doing. I think that he did a really, really good job, but it's interesting because I have actually never walked through the house before. We've got hardwood floors throughout the entire first floor, and the floors are from Kentwood and they are called Maple Garden Gate. When I saw these floors installed through a picture, like the sales guy like just ran in and took like a really low quality picture, I definitely did not like the floors, which was crappy because we put them throughout the entire main floor. I think in person I can see, just from people who have been there in person, tell me that they look a lot different in person than they do in pictures. So I wanted this front room to be very like rustic glam vintage, and the lady was like showing me, because you go to the design studio to pick out all of your finishes, and so she had like a book, and the first 5 pages were like fireplaces that were included in the base price. So when you're building a house, there's a base price for the house, and then that comes with like standard fireplaces, light fixtures, faucets, cabinets, counters. And then if you want to upgrade it, you can say, oh, I really like this countertop. And then they say, okay, that's a $200 upgrade. So for $200, you get to upgrade to like the next level of countertop, which might be like higher end granite or different styles of Corian or whatever, or quartz. So we obviously try to stay with the standard stuff as much as possible. So she had like 5 pages of standard fireplaces, and she was like flipping through the pictures, and this fireplace popped up and I just instantly loved it. It's very like not your standard traditional fireplace. I think it's like cement, and it just had a very like vintage, a little bit modern design to it, and I thought that that would just tie in perfectly with the whole like vintage rustic glam look that I was going for. I will have everything that I can list listed down below. So a lot of the light fixtures we are switching out. I can't even remember if they have lights hanging in there right now, but the lights that I'm going to be putting in there are from Pottery Barn, and I'm really excited about it. I think that lights completely set your house apart. Switching out your lighting is such a fun and easy way to put your own personality on your house. And for me, it's kind of like adding like earrings to your house. So then moving on down, you get to the kitchen, and the kitchen is open to the little breakfast nook and the family room the way that it is now with our current house. Actually, the kitchen is a lot like the kitchen that we have now. So I had a picture that I showed the design lady, and I was like, this is like my dream kitchen. I absolutely love this kitchen. I want to copy it as much as possible. And we basically did, from the hood to the countertops and the cabinets. We didn't get like the exact countertops and cabinets, but we copied it as much as we could based on what they had available in the home studio. So for the outer perimeter, I got white cabinets, and then I put, they're actually not black countertops, they're like a dark gray. They definitely look black in pictures, and I don't know if they're gonna look black in person because I haven't been there in person. But when I saw the sample of them, they were definitely more like a dark, like slate gray. And I'm pretty sure that they are quartz. Again, I will try to have the info on them below. And then for the island, we got a dark island in the picture. It's actually a black island. And so the lady was going to like, she was like pulling out like black swatches for me to pick like a black paint color to put on the island. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I'm like that gutsy to actually do a black island. And so I ended up just picking out a very dark stain. For some reason, that just felt better to me. And then on the island, we got a white quartz with, and it has like black kind of like marbling in it. I haven't seen it in person, but Joe has, and he said that he really, really liked it. And then I actually designed that island to be the exact island that we have in our house now. It's actually a 6-foot by 7-foot island, and I freaking love this thing. And then for the backsplash, I just did a white subway tile in a herringbone pattern. So yeah, that's the basic design for the kitchen. I'm getting 2 pendants for the island. I think I've decided on the pendants that I'm going with. And then for the breakfast nook area, I'm getting a light from Pottery Barn that I am super excited about. I think it really brings in that glam look. And then underneath it, for the breakfast nook area, we are getting a very like rustic farmhouse kitchen table. And so I love those 2 things together. I love having the rustic table and then a kind of more elegant light above it to bring in that rustic glam look that I'm looking for. So I'm really excited about that. Our current kitchen table sold with the house, and since we're doing an out-of-state move, anything that the new buyers wanted to buy for the house, we were like, that's gonna save a ton of room in the U-Haul. And it's always fun buying new furniture. We've had this table for quite a while now. It's been with us for a few different moves, and so it's always nice picking out a new dining table when you've had the same one for a while. And then there's not really much to talk about for the family room. I'm thinking about doing shiplap on the main wall in there. Typically a fireplace would have gone on that wall, but we would have, if we did the fireplace, we would have had to put our TV above the fireplace, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I personally, if I can avoid putting a TV above the fireplace, I prefer not to. And so since there's already a fireplace in the living room, I thought we really don't need two fireplaces like in the living room and in the family room, especially since they're kind of diagonal from each other. I thought it was a little fireplace overkill, so I'd rather just have that wall be blank so that we can just put an entertainment center there. So I think on that wall, I'm gonna do shiplap, and then we might do some like rustic, like dark wood beams going on the ceiling. It's a vaulted ceiling, so it'd be like 20 feet up. So I don't know if we're doing that, but I kind of want to. It might be something that happens like 5 years down the road, because you can't buy and do everything as soon as you move in because money does not grow on trees. So then on to the master bedroom, we just carried the floors on in there, the hardwood floors. We're keeping like our master bedroom furniture and everything, so not too much is going on in there. In the master bathroom, I finally got to do like my dream master bathroom. So on the floor, we got like kind of a marble tile. It's not actually marble. I would never do that. I don't know what it is. Actually, it's just a tile that looks like marble. Again, I'll try to have it listed down below if I can find the information on it. And then we carried that up, I think 5 feet on the walls. And then after that 5 feet, from that 5 feet up to the ceiling, we had them do white subway tile. I love subway tile. It definitely goes along with that just like vintage, timeless look. Like subway tile is never going to go out of style. You can never go wrong with subway tile. But I loved how that marble tile, like really, I think glammed it up while still keeping it very timeless. And then we just picked out the same white cabinets that we had in the kitchen, and then the same, or actually I think we technically have a different countertop in the master bathroom than we have in the kitchen. The kitchen is like a very dark gray, and then the master bathroom is supposed to be like a couple shades lighter of a gray. But when you're looking at the pictures, they both look like the same. So I don't know what happened there. And then Joe like decked out the shower with like all sorts of like faucets and stuff. He kind of got his dream shower while staying in budget. His dream shower would have cost a pretty penny more, but he kind of met in the middle to stay within our budget. So, but it has a rain head, which we've never had before, which we're excited about. And we did bronze fixtures throughout the entire house. And then the only other major like design piece to talk about is the upstairs bathroom. Oh no, we have the laundry room. So the laundry room, I pretty much just copied the kitchen. The laundry room is off of the kitchen, and so I kind of just wanted the two of them to tie together. So we did the same counter. We love having a stackable washer and dryer. In that laundry room, there was definitely room to put them side by side, but because I'm like 5'1", for me, having a stackable washer and dryer actually helps me a lot, even though it seems like it'd be the opposite. So we love it. So we just had them kind of build that to where it kind of looks built in. And then we were going to put cabinets along the bottom, but we use our laundry room as a dog room as well. So we decided to just have them be open countertops so that underneath the counter we can put dog beds and dog dishes and dog food and stuff like that. Whereas if we had them be solid cabinets, there wouldn't really be a ton of space for like dog dishes and dog beds in there. And that's really the majority of the design for the house. The upstairs bathroom, I just did white cabinets with a white counter, and I actually didn't even pick the flooring. The lady at the studio did, because we had a problem with the flooring that we picked out. And I was like, girl, just pick it. And she did a good job. And that same tile is actually in our laundry room as well. They wouldn't let us put wood floors in the laundry room, so I had to pick out a tile. I feel like I've been talking forever. I probably have been. This is gonna be like a 30-minute video. Let me know if you're still here. There's probably only like 2 of you. But that was a really fun video to film. Thank you, Christina, for inviting me to do this fun little moving, home building, house collaboration with you. Again, I will have her video linked down below, so make sure that you go check it out and subscribe to her while you're there. We're moving in just a couple of weeks, so we have a lot of really fun and exciting videos coming up, so I'm really excited about that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.